order for the special organizational city council meeting of Monday, November 14, 2022. Call to order, please.
Mayor Pro Tem Bembas.
Here.
Councilman Blair.
Here.
Councilman Carter.
Here.
Councilwoman Davy.
Here.
Councilman.
I'm so used to being after.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Councilwoman Davy.
Here.
Councilman Gillis.
Here.
Councilwoman Harris.
Here.
Councilman Martin.
Here.
Quorum present.
Thank you. Can we have a moment of silent prayer, please? Okay, if we could stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have one presentation today. City Manager Gerstenberg, please.
Thank you, Councilman Douglas. So, welcome everyone, our old council people and our new council people. This evening we have our organizational meeting. This PowerPoint presentation is all about how to make the city of Algonac look good and how to make each one of you as council people to look good. We do not want to be the entertainment capital of St. Clair County. As you know, those local governments that there is a lot of drama going on. Residents don't want to live in a community where there's a lot of drama. Businesses don't want to invest when there's a lot of drama. New businesses don't want to open, as well as existing employees don't like to stay when there's a lot of drama. They fear for their jobs, and also it's hard to get new employees if the atmosphere within the community is always in chaos or filled with drama. So with that being said, again, this presentation is to give you information about how meetings are conducted, and I will start the presentation. So the need for highly effective government. Local government operations directly affect our daily existence, experiences, and the quality of life we perceive we have within our communities. No local government deserves, nor should its citizens tolerate, governing bodies who don't exhibit extraordinary effectiveness, integrity, and competence in leading their community. The board meetings exist for the purpose of doing business. There are specific rules about how to conduct effective and productive meetings. Many boards, however, drift from these rules and procedures in pursuit of informality and just being nice. They let their meetings drone on with lack of focus, redundant comments, and endless discussions. Rules and procedures do not preclude citizen input, courtesy, or sensitivity to public concerns and viewpoints. They respect all these elements and the necessity to conduct business in an orderly, disciplined, and productive manner. So, what are the keys to highly effective government? We're going to go through each one of these topics today. The role of city council, the role of the city manager, the role of the mayor and the mayor pro tem, desirable qualities and undesirable qualities of city council members, communications to city council, communication and behavior at council meetings, and social media guidelines for elected officials. So your city council provides political leadership. The city manager provides managerial experience. This is the form of government that's been in place here in Algonac since August of 1974. With 7 members, as you know, elected at large. Each member serves a 4-year term. Elections are held every 2 years to stagger the terms of office. The city council makes policies that regulate community life, and the city manager executes those day-to-day operations. So the overall roles of city council. City council acts as one entity. No member has any extraordinary powers beyond those of the other members. The role of city council includes adopting goals and objectives, approving and amending the operating and capital budgets, approving expenditures over $1,000, approving grant applications and contracts, hiring the city manager, providing clear policy direction, hiring the city attorney, evaluating the performance of the city attorney, and providing public leadership. The city manager is a professional appointed by council for an indefinite term. The role of the city manager includes acting as the chief administrative officer, hiring and discharging city employees, creating and organizing departments, assuring that all ordinances are properly and equally enforced, preparing the annual budget, establishing hours of operation and workplace policies. The city manager does not participate in city council elections, nor does the city manager contribute to city council campaigns. So what about the roles of the mayor and the mayor pro tem? The role of the mayor presides at all city council meetings. The mayor is the executive head for all ceremonial purposes, works as a promoter of the city, seeking investment and fostering external intergovernmental relationships, signs documents, but has no administrative duties, works with the city council as a team leader. The mayor does not have any extra powers beyond those of the other members. And the mayor pro tem acts as the mayor during the mayor's absence or disability. So what are important qualities of a city council member? Council members should be honest in their actions and approach to all issues. They should represent all the people, able to discuss both sides of an issue in a professional manner with city staff members. They should attend and prepare for all meetings by reading all the materials provided to the city manager and city clerk, and be highly motivated to serve the public, and treat all council members with respect. A city council member should be able to discuss, debate, and disagree without fighting. An undesirable quality of a city council member would be obviously dishonesty and or corruption. Anti-progress and unwilling to move the community forward. Power hungry, caters to the interests of certain businesses, organizations, or clubs. Uncommitted to the city and the job of city council, has no interest in civic engagement, and speaks poorly of other city council members. You are a team up here, and it's important that you all treat each other with respect at all times. There's enough people in the community that are willing to tear you down. So it's important to remember that you work together. Communications to city council. All city council members will receive the same information. If any one council member requests a special document, that must be distributed to all members of the council. The city manager mails reports on Thursdays on a weekly basis, and the city council packets are emailed on Thursdays prior to the city council meeting. What about communications between city council, the manager, and staff? It is the city council's responsibility to police and correct any problems amongst council members. Do not expect the city manager to do this. Be sensitive and aware. Sometimes the city manager may need to tell you something you don't want to hear. City council should not contact staff members with concerns. All communications should follow the chain of command. City council to city manager to staff member. All staff members report any city council contact to the city manager. If the media contacts you, contact the city manager. Be careful about phone conversations. Ask for questions in writing. I cannot emphasize enough that the media is not your friend. They are looking to call you and get you to say something off the cuff, spur of the moment, that may or may not reflect poorly upon you. That is why you always say, let it go to voicemail, and have them give you the questions in writing. So how about communication and behavior at city council meetings? Meetings are formal affairs, dress appropriately. Proper titles should always be used when addressing council members. For example, Mayor Smith, Councilwoman Smith, Fire Chief Smith. Council concerns about an agenda item should be discussed with the city manager before a council meeting. Do not surprise your fellow council members or the city manager at a meeting. If you wish to vote no on a motion, the reason why should be stated during the discussion period. Communication behavior at city council meeting when speaking at the meeting. In order to speak at a council meeting, a council member or the city manager must first address the mayor. For example, Mayor Jones. The mayor then recognizes that member by saying, Councilman Smith or City Manager Smith. The mayor has now assigned the floor to that member, and no one else may speak while that member has the floor. Do not speak unless you have been granted the floor by the mayor. If the council member wishes to ask the city manager a question, the manager must first be recognized by the mayor and assigned the floor before responding. During the meeting, here are some tips. Do not speak or mumble under your breath during the meeting. Everything you say can be picked up by your microphone. Do not make faces, wave, or engage with members of the audience during the city council meeting. Pay attention to the inflection in your voice. Every time you vote, your voice should be neutral, not an indication of how pleased or displeased you are with the subject matter at hand. And lastly, keep your cell phone away from your microphone, which causes static over the speakers. Agenda items. A meeting agenda includes one or more specific items of business to be acted upon. Discussions are not agenda items. I do realize in the past that for some reason, discussions were agenda items on previous council's agendas. That is not something that is permitted per Robert's Rules of Order. A meeting agenda item is an item of business where the council is taking action on something. Social media guidelines for elected officials. Now, these are constantly changing as social media evolves, but be very careful. The line between your public and private life is now very blurred. Personal posts by elected officials will be interpreted by many as an official city post. If a quorum of any public body merely comments on the same social media post, they could be in violation of the Open Meetings Act. The First Amendment and freedom of speech. Be wary of deleting posts. If an elected official blocks or deletes a social media user, it could be argued that they are preventing free speech made by that person. You should limit friending or liking by elected officials. Courts have already found that a chain of conversations involving action by a quorum of the policy-setting body may violate the notice and public meeting requirements. Your social media account may now be considered a public record and it may be foilable. Make a clear distinction between your official accounts, campaign accounts, and personal accounts. Don't discuss your private accounts in public meetings or documents. Don't link to your private accounts from an official city account, and don't use your city-provided iPad to maintain your private account. These are all things to protect you as council people. So final thoughts. Council members are always welcome at City Hall, but should we take care not to disrupt normal staff activities. The city staff should never be used for personal business. Always support the staff. Don't jump to conclusions regarding customer feedback. No staff members should be lobbying city council to support their own projects, budget requests, or promotion, for example. And the city manager cannot dictate to employees that they do not participate in political activity outside of work. And lastly and most important, the city manager and staff must carry out the direction of all of city council, not the goals of an individual member. And that is the end of the presentation. Councilman Thomas.
Thank you.
Thank
Does
you.
anybody have any concerns or questions? Okay, this is the part where we come to public comments. This is where you, the citizens, can come to the microphone. Please state your name, address. You have 5 minutes. We will not respond to you because it is your turn to talk, but we will listen. Sometimes we take notes, but even if we're not looking at you and we're taking notes, we're still listening. So, time for public comments. Hearing none, let's go to new business. Okay, election of mayor. According to city charter, each new council must elect the mayor and mayor pro tem at the organizational meeting held on the Monday following the Tuesday election. The nomination process is as follows. The incumbent mayor asks for nominations for the office of mayor. One member must state, "I nominate" for the office of mayor. Another member must second the motion. Without support, the motion dies. A vote is taken on the supported motion. If there are at least 4 yes votes, the nominee is elected. If the motion is defeated, the mayor asks again for nominations until a mayor is elected. Do I hear any motions?
I
nominate Rocky Gillis for mayor.
Oops. Right, of course.
Who are you supporting?
Rocky Gillis.
Okay. City Manager Gerstenberg, I don't really know who was first and don't know how to answer this.
Sounded like Corey, Councilman Blair.
Okay,
there.
okay, we'll go with that. Hearing a second, can we have, roll call vote, please?
Mayor Pro Tem Bembas.
No.
Councilman Blair,
Yes.
Councilman Carter,
Yes.
Councilwoman Davy,
No.
Councilman Gillis,
Yes.
Councilwoman Harris,
No.
Councilman Martin.
Yes.
Okay.
Motion passes.
Okay, second item on the agenda. According to city charter, each new council must elect the mayor and mayor pro tem at the organizational meeting held on the Monday following the Tuesday election. The nomination process is as follows. The incumbent mayor pro tem asks for nominations for the office of mayor pro tem. A member must state, "I nominate" for the office of mayor pro tem. Another member must second the motion. Without support, the motion dies. A vote is taken on a supported motion. If there are at least 4 yes votes, the nominee is elected. If the motion is defeated, the mayor pro tem asks again for nominations until mayor pro tem is elected. Do I hear any motions?
I would like to make a nomination to nominate Councilman Ray Martin as Mayor Pro Tem for the term starting November 14th, 2022 and ending November 11th, 2024.
I think I heard Ed finish his first. Do I have a second for Corey Blair?
Support.
Okay, hearing support, can we have a roll call vote, please?
Councilman Blair,
Yes.
Councilman Carter,
Yes.
Councilwoman Davy,
No.
Councilman Gillis,
Yes.
Councilwoman Harris,
No.
Councilman Martin,
No.
and Councilman Bembas.
No. Okay, did not pass. I need another motion for another person.
I nominate Ray Martin as pro tem for the office of pro tem.
I support.
Okay. Hearing support, can we have roll call vote, please?
Councilman Carter,
No.
Councilwoman Davy,
Yes.
Councilman Gillis,
Yes.
Councilwoman Harris,
Yes.
Councilman Martin,
Yes.
Councilman Bembas,
Yes.
and Councilman Blair.
Yes.
Motion
Okay,
passes.
motion passes. Okay, adoption of organizational rules. According to the city charter, the city council shall determine its own organizational rules. Attached is a copy of the proposed 2022 organizational rules, which include minor changes as suggested by administration. Rule 2, change council meeting from 7 p.m. to 6 p.m. Rule 3, special meetings language removed to meet Open Meetings Act requirements. Closed session language no longer relevant. Rule 5, citizen communication grammatical corrections. Rule 6, order of business updated and order and added item C miscellaneous business of consent agenda. Rule 9, content of minutes, remove last line due to cost. According to Robert's Rules of Order, the consent agenda allows members to vote on a group of items without discussion. This is a good way to dispose of business that is non-controversial. Approving the minutes, paying bills, departmental reports, communication and notices, recurring events such as Independence Day fireworks permit and Halloween trick-or-treat hours are examples of non-controversial business. Any councilman who wishes to discuss and vote on an issue separately would request to remove the item from 9 consent agenda and add it to item 11 new business during item 5 approved agenda. Do I hear a motion?
make a motion to adopt the city council, the City of Algonac City Council Organization Rules effective November 14th, 2022 to November 11th, 2024, as presented.
I support.
Is this roll call vote? Please.
Councilwoman Davy?
Yes.
May I ask a question?
Oh, I am so sorry.
Right, the time of 6 o'clock, will we still be able to change that like we did in the past?
City Manager Christopher?
Thank you, Councilman Bembas. Yes, Councilman Martin.
Okay, spring, fall.
Yeah, yes. Mhm.
Okay, any other questions, concerns? Okay, can we please have a vote?
Councilwoman Davy?
Yes.
Councilman Gillis?
Yes.
Councilwoman Harris?
Yes.
Councilman Martin?
Yes.
Councilman Bembas?
Yes.
Councilman Blair?
Yes.
And Councilman Carter?
Yes.
Okay. Council comment, let's do this in seniority order tonight.
Hold on, did we miss one?
Code of Ethics.
Code of Ethics and
Oh,
conduct.
sorry,
That's okay.
ahead of myself. Still can't use the computer. Code of ethics. First, Algonac Code of Ethics and Conduct Policy was adopted by City Council on January 3, 2006. Policy was last updated and adopted November 9, 2020. The policy requires that the code be distributed to all newly elected and appointed board and commission members and reviewed biannually. Attached is a proposed 22-24 Code of Ethics and Conduct Policy. There are no suggested changes. Need a motion, please?
Make a motion to adopt the Code of Ethics and Conduct effective November 14th, 2022 to November 11th, 2024, as presented.
Need a second?
Support.
Questions, concerns? Okay, with that, can we vote, please?
Councilman Gillis?
Yes.
Councilwoman Harris?
Yes.
Councilman Martin?
Yes.
Councilman Bembas?
Yes.
Councilman Blair?
Yes.
Councilman Carter?
Yes.
Councilwoman Davy?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, with that, I think this time we're at council comments. So let's start with Mayor Pro Tem Martin.
Yes, I want to congratulate the new members who are here on the board. Rocky, congratulations on having your position. And 2 former council members are here. And I want to thank again Jake for his efforts on behalf of the city. And I want to thank Terry Stoneburner for all the time, effort she spent in her position as mayor. Thank you.
Hey, Councilman Member Blair.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for coming out this evening. I also would like to thank Jake and former Mayor Stoneburner. It was fabulous working with you guys. I'm sure you guys will still flourish in our community and find you doing something here or there, I'm sure. Congratulations to our new members. Congratulations to our new mayor, Pro Tem. It's getting cold out, guys. But quickly, let's watch out for our neighbors in this cold, and we'll hopefully see you guys all tomorrow. Have a great night. Thanks.
Councilmember Harris.
I also want to thank Jake Scarbeck and Terry Stoneburner for the time on council. Congratulations, Rocky, on Mayor Pro Tem Martin, and hope to see everybody tomorrow. Thank you.
And Councilwoman Davies.
I'm gonna say what everyone else has said. Terry and Jake, you guys were incredible, absolutely incredible. And I'm sure that we'll see each of you at every event in the city. Congratulations to Mayor Pro Tem Martin and to Mayor Gillis. And hopefully I can do the best that I can for the residents of Algonac. Thank you.
Councilman Carter.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for coming out. I too would like to echo in the thanks of 2 former members, Jake and Mayor Stoneburner. Thanks so much for what you've done for this community. And I'd like to congratulate Mayor Pro Tem Martin and Mayor Gillis. Everyone have a safe evening.
Okay, and I'd like to also thank Terry. You've been a fine example. When the city needed you, you were there. I'm gonna miss you not being up here. And where's Jacob? Is he still back there? Same with you, Jake. I saw you grow tremendously, and it was a pleasure working with you. Dawn and Ed, congratulations. Ray, congratulations. And Mayor Gillis, congratulations. And why don't you give the final comment?
Oh, I 100% wasn't expecting anything, so I don't have anything written. I would like to thank former Councilman Starbeck, former Mayor Stoneburner. You've left large shoes to fill. I'd like to congratulate the new council people, Councilman Carter and Councilwoman Davey. Congratulations to you, Mayor Pro Tem Martin, and I look forward to working with you all. And Algonac is a great place, and you got 7 people that sat up here and they want to serve this city, and we may have differences of opinions, but I'm gonna tell you what, I'm proud to sit up here with every single one of you. And thank you, and have a good evening.
And with that, I need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion to adjourn.
And a second?
I'll second that.
I assume we're all at aye?
Aye.